Isla and Connor were set to be married at Gravemoor Estate, a lush Victorian manor turned event venue hidden deep in the English countryside. It had everything they wanted: roses, chandeliers, stone staircases, and an eerie charm. The price was suspiciously low. The caretaker's smile was strained, but Isla fell in love with the way the ivy curled up the chapel walls, and Connor just wanted her happy. They booked it for November 11th, the same day 112 years earlier that another couple had died. The legend. In 1912, Evelyn Harrow and Thomas Redfield were married at Gravemoor. They never made it to the reception. He was found hanging in the bell tower. She was found drowned in her wedding dress, face up in the baptismal font, the bouquet still clutched in her hand. Some say it was murder-suicide. Others say the estate had always been cursed, feeding on vows that could never be broken. No weddings had been held there since. Until Isla and Connor, the first omen. During rehearsal, the officiant stopped mid-sentence, confused. "Who's the couple in the front row?" But the chairs were empty. The florist said she kept finding roses arranged in a heart shape around the altar. No one claimed to have made them. And Isla found her dress moved every morning, sometimes perfectly laid out, sometimes folded with an old note inside. Say, "I do, and I'll be yours forever." The night before. They stayed on the estate grounds. That night, Isla couldn't sleep. She saw two people walking the garden maze from her window, dressed in white and black. Connor said no one was out there. But the next morning, their wedding rings were missing. In their place were two antique bands engraved November 11th, 1912, bound in blood. They fit perfectly. The ceremony? It was beautiful. Until Isla looked into Connor's eyes, and they weren't his anymore. The pupils were wrong, fixed like glass, and he was smiling too wide. When the officiant asked if she took him as her husband, she said nothing. And Connor, something inside him, whispered, "She doesn't have to say it." Evelyn already did. The air turned cold, the doors slammed shut, and blood began to seep from the chapel floorboards. The truth. Connor fell unconscious. Isla screamed for help, but no one came. Every guest had vanished. When she ran to the bell tower, she found a second noose, already hanging. The rope was warm. The ghost of Evelyn, soaked and veiled, stood beside it. She whispered, "I never got to finish my vows, so I borrowed yours." The ending. Isla was found days later, alone, wandering the rose garden in her wedding dress. Her eyes glazed, her lips whispering Connor's name over and over. They never found him. But the chapel lights flicker every November 11th at exactly 3:12 p.m., the time the original ceremony ended. And if you press your ear to the wooden doors, you can hear two couples saying their vows forever.